time for friendly, local banking with First Security. Think better. Member FDIC.
How was Saturday night for you after the game? What'd you do to celebrate?
The only remedy, I thought maybe get a few cold beers in there and maybe help it out a little bit.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because our Kansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly to mostly sunny sky today. A high this afternoon, mid-60s north, low 70s south. We will see an increase in the cloud cover tonight. Could see a few showers as we hit through the overnight across the south. Overnight lows, upper 40s north, mid-50s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
The American Patriot Promotions Gun Show is coming to Clarksville Saturday, November 16th and Sunday, November 17th. On Saturday, the doors open from 9 to 5 and Sunday from 9 till 3. The American Patriot Promotions Clarksville Gun Show is at the Johnson County Fairgrounds. Tickets are just $10 per person and only $8 for military and police. Plus, veterans get in for only $5. Children 16 and under are free. Go to AmericanPatriotPromotions.com.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with fries, a drink, and 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Choose any 2 plus fries and a drink, all only $6.99. Hardee's Original Bag, loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN 95.3. KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Don't touch my beef jerky now.
This hour of The Morning Rush is driven by Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and online at rathauto.com. You're rolling with Rath on The Morning Rush.
All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
They're just holding the line up. Now, that was going on yesterday when I went to vote, that there was like 3 people that, well, have you heard about Eileen? You know, Eileen had that hernia surgery. It just goes on and on.
Can I just ask you something? Is it fair to characterize you as impatient at times?
Absolutely,
Okay.
but just don't, I'm not impatient. Just don't waste my time.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
and Tommy Kraft.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about this, cowboy?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those.
So when we do this thing in 2028, again, can we just put Corso in front of the White House and have him select who he thinks is going to win the presidential election? I saw that on social media last night. Just college football fans, of course, finding a way to infiltrate and have some fun last night. But I'm all for it. If he's still doing the headgear in 2028 on College Game Day, I think that he should put on the headgear of whoever he thinks is going to win the presidential election.
I saw a photo this morning in front of Mar-a-Lago, Trump's place down there, where they had college fans tearing the goalpost down in front of Mar-a-Lago. So, I mean, yeah, you got to have some fun with it. But
so our group,
glad it's over.
Here's I'm in a group text right now, and it's probably half and half. And I was waiting. I was like, what time is it going to pop off this morning? And at 8:47, the first text was sent. And since then, it's been a little. Now, the discourse in our group text can get volatile and off the rails at times. I'm curious to see where this goes today because, again, sometimes when you're with your close personal friends, there's no boundaries. There's never been. I don't know how you are with your friends, but there's no boundaries whatsoever.
Oh,
I'm
no.
curious at the water
There's
cooler.
no trash talk in our group at all.
The water cooler today.
Polite discourse.
Thanksgiving, we have a rule. My aunt has a rule at any dinner of any sort, or at the table, the dinner table of sorts. Doesn't have to be dinner, it could be lunch, whatever. There's no politics discussion at the table. Whether it's the water cooler this morning, whether it's Thanksgiving in a few weeks, like how quickly does this topic get brought up?
I'm bringing it up first thing on Thanksgiving.
These type of discussions, because
Attaboy.
some people avoid it completely, and some people go. But this is. I'm curious again.
You talking about today?
Water cooler today,
Oh, it's already been
Thanksgiving,
brought up. What do you
Thanksgiving
mean?
coming
What do
up.
you
Well,
wait- what are
some
you waiting
people,
on?
some people are like, you're apprehensive. You don't know. Like again, I was surprised that text
Wait,
weren't
wait,
shot
wait,
up.
wait. Are you suggesting you work with people you don't have a clue how they feel? I mean, your friends, you don't know how
No,
they feel?
what I'm
do you
saying,
mean?
what I'm saying is, I was surprised that it took this long for our group text to start blowing up. I figured it would go up. We didn't get it. No
Ours
one
never
texted in last
stopped.
night. No one texted in last night. That's what I'm surprised. Again, people react differently, different ways. Doesn't matter. Every 4 years,
I
you
mean,
have
what
this
are they
thing.
mad about? Because Oregon and Ohio State were 1 and
Yes.
2? Is that what they're mad about? What are you
How do
talking
you have
about?
two Big Ten teams? How the heck do you have two
What
Big
else
Ten
went on
teams?
last night? Is there something
atop?
else I'm not aware of?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I mean,
I
am
really-
pissed about Oregon and Ohio State.
Of
at the
all
top.
things that was elected last night, this is the one I'm most angry about. To have two big teams over every SEC team doesn't make a lick of sense. I know that Miami's undefeated. I know Oregon's undefeated. But do you really feel that Oregon is better than any SEC team or 3 or 4 SEC teams? We'll find out because they're eventually going to play each other. But, yeah, going to have to wait on that a little bit.
All right, what's your beef Wednesday? We're off and running today. You can call or text your beefs into the show. We'd love to hear from you. Hey, you can be the most valuable player at your tailgate or your weekend cookout with Richard's Country Meat Market, 479-443-0000. Call Richard and his crew. They'll have you ready to go with everything you need, from shop-made sausages to gourmet burgers to hand-cut steaks. They've got all the sides and everything to go with it. It's What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive.
Whatever it looks like early, this is a process and where we're taking this team. And I'll be honest, I'm still trying to figure them out. What's the best way of playing? What offensively, how do we create some space so our guards can go a little bit, but Adu could go a little bit. I gotta figure out a lot of stuff.
It's a glimpse inside what the committee is thinking. I think the committee's holding the Arkansas loss against Tennessee.
And I think you're right. And also Alabama, that's their biggest win. They're in the field. That's a great win. I'm not trying to diminish it, but Alabama's not playing its best.
But they're inside. Just win. That's it.
One of your defensive linemen was shotgunning a Sprite.
We're going to have fun here.
This is the opening drive presented by First Financial Mortgage in Fort Smith.
If you had money on Arkansas being mentioned in the college football playoff selection show, the inaugural one in 2024 last night, you would have won. Now, it wasn't for a good reason. They're talking about Tennessee losing to Arkansas earlier this year, but the Volunteers wind up at 7 on this list. And that was what Booger McFarland was discussing when it came to, again, where teams slotted up last night. You heard Cal right there again as they prepare for their first game. Think about this, and I saw John Rothstein put this out. Cal has not coached another team outside of Kentucky since the Sweet 16 back in 2009. 15 years. It's been 15 years since he has coached another team outside of Lexington, Kentucky, and Big Blue Nation. And if you see these different social media posts, or you see the talking points of college basketball people with the season getting on, I mean, if it's not the number one story, I think Hurley going for a three-peat's the number one story, but he's what, 2 or 3 in the realm of college basketball?
We're so in the bubble here.
Yeah.
I mean, to us, that doesn't seem like the number one. Or doesn't to me. I mean, I don't hear anyone talking about UConn in a three-peat. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't hear
from college basketball pundits. But like you said, we're in the
bubble. I don't
bubble.
hear one person talking about it. You know, you probably have paid more attention to the talking heads. I've been watching football, but I don't hear a lot of talking head conversation already about college basketball anyway at this point. Still football season.
Cal's 29 at home in home openers as a college head coach. He's 29-3 overall. That includes, I guess, his NBA action as well. Arkansas is 3-0 against Lipscomb all time in this series. Dusty Hannis is going to be on the call along with Brett Dolan, and I thought that was cool. I don't know how much broadcasting Dusty's done over the years, but I'm excited for him and getting a chance to call this game tonight. It is on the SEC Network Plus. You're on Plus this weekend, Tommy. We found out yesterday you'll also be on Plus for the Louisiana Tech game. It's going to be on 3 o'clock coming up in a couple weeks.
Yep, get one of those a year, and that one makes total sense as to why they would place that there. So get your app out. It's an app game for football.
B in Clarksville said, do you think Cal gets ejected tonight? Does he get ejected in his season opener with Arkansas? I don't know. I know Lipscomb, I mean, he's been on this for a while, that this is a good basketball team walking in the arena. We had a chance to hear from assistant coach Chuck Martin yesterday, who said something similar.
Coach Acuff has done an unbelievable job at Lipscomb. We have tremendous amount of respect for him and his program, and I think that's the consensus around the country. When you play Lipscomb, you know you're going to play an efficient team, a team that's not going to beat itself. Unbelievable on offense, their ball movement, their player movement, their execution, their counters. They do an unbelievable job of reading the defense and then countering it. And Coach Cal is correct, a lot like the old Princeton offense. They're as good as anybody in the country in terms of running their offense.
Well, 14 points is the line tonight. Checking Bet Saracen right now. Arkansas laying 14, of course. Over-under at 158. So a moderate game, I'd say, from a scoring standpoint. So you can check that line out and all the other in-game wagers. There's 62 more wagers available on the Bet Saracen app. But Arkansas favored. It's the 16th ranked team in the country. Favored by 14 right now at minus 115 on the Bet Saracen app.
Did you decide if you're going to go tonight or not?
I don't think I'm going to. I think
not
I'm
going.
watch it.
I had someone. I had a friend that texted me last night that had 4 tickets to give away. He ended up giving away to a friend who could go. We were going to give him away on the show, but I know that, again, if you ever had and this is a point of parliamentary procedure like it is during football season, basketball season, baseball season, if you ever have tickets that you can't sell and you want to give them away, you can do so. Just contact us at 877-377-6963. I mean, anytime we do a ticket giveaway, it goes like that.
Do we need a motion from the floor?
I'm just trying to tie in politics. And I watched Animal House recently, so I'm trying to tie in the politics aspect that we just had in the last 24 hours.
You're here second.
Do we concur? Do we get a second? All in favor? Yes. Trying to do my best. I will say,
did you run a meeting with parliamentary procedure if you were in charge of that?
No, I have enough. I have enough issues, pun intended, with the issues that have been presented to me in the last election. Like doing research, like trying to find as partisan a article as possible that's not weighed in heavily by one group that's paying a lot of money or another group. It is so difficult to just, what are the facts on things we are voting on nowadays?
You mean you didn't step into the booth and into the ballot booth and ballot box there and just read the title and understand it?
I had to. No, it's hard because it's, first off, it's like 3 or 4 paragraphs for some of the things. And I'm not the one that can go, but it's just like, I have to do that beforehand because if I try and do it there, I'll sit there for an hour or stand there, I should say. Yeah. And that's hard on the knees.
I'm still not sure on issue 2 what I did. I know I voted one way or the other, but I'm not sure. Did I vote for or against by voting for? I'm not sure.
Now,
it was very confusing.
It is probably better that the deal in Fayetteville didn't pass when I was in college because when you had to drive to Taneytown to get alcohol,
Sunday alcohol.
When you had to drive to Taneytown on Sundays, that was just prohibitive enough or just a detriment enough for me not to drink on Sundays back when I was in school, and I wouldn't be sitting here today if that was the case. Now that it's passed at 80-some-odd%, I don't think I would have passed school.
I thought it was like 90-10 on that deal. It was heavy in that favor.
Thinking about that, I was like, I'm glad that this was several years later after I graduated because that would have not been a situation that would have been good for my collegiate education here in Fayetteville. All right, that is your opening drive. It's brought to you by our friends at First Financial Mortgage. Ethan, Emily, their entire team can help you out. So they got another 5-star review yesterday, nearly 300 of them. 90 years at First Financial Mortgage. They've had mortgage experience. Ethan and Emily have combined for over 10 years there. I had a great experience with Ethan with my mortgage process. Again, I still ask him questions occasionally. He's always willing to help, even after the fact. So if you're looking for the best lender in town, Ethan is your guy. Give him a call, 479-782-9300, or go online to ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage. in the business of you. So do you have an underdog that you're rooting for in the college football playoff? Like, do you like Kirk Cignetti and Indiana, who check in where they're at right now at the 9 seed? They're 8th in the college football playoff rankings. Of course, the winner of the Big Ten championship, like the other top 4 conferences, which is all of them except the Pac-12, get a first-round bye, being BYU right now leading the Big 12, Oregon leading the Big 10, Miami leading the ACC, and Georgia leading the SEC.
I think the one thing we got to remember as we're looking at this, yes, Ohio State and Oregon are 1 and 2. Oregon 1, Ohio State 2. But if we were starting the playoff tomorrow, that does not mean Ohio State would have the 2 seed, because you're going to have the conference champions up there. So I think we also have to remember these are rankings that we're looking at. They are not seeding. And, you know, as I was looking through it, were you a little bit surprised that A&M fell to 14 in the ranking? A little bit surprised by that?
So they have 2 losses now. One's at home loss to Notre Dame, which is still figuring out under Mike Elko in game number 1. And then this loss, I mean, they got demolished. You watched that game like I did. They did not look good at all.
Nope.
They lost their Moss. He's out for the year, I guess. So, I mean, they're in trouble. With that, I know that Texas game's in 12th man, Kyle Field, but there's no guarantee that they even make it to the SEC championship game.
LSU
Tommy.
behind them, Ole Miss behind those 3. I mean, I guess it's 4 in the top 12 that are SEC schools. Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, and Alabama are all in the top 12. So it's interesting. But I would be, you know, as you look through who could be in that top 4 and the top 4 highest ranked conference champions, the seeding will look quite a bit different than what we're looking at the rankings.
See, when I look at a team like Missouri, who has Oklahoma this weekend at home, and then they have South Carolina, Columbia, which is not going to be easy, Mississippi State and Arkansas, I think they're the SEC team outside the top 12 that has the best chance of making it from a sheer scheduling standpoint. Again, their remaining games down the stretch, Oklahoma at home, South Carolina, Columbia, which is by far going to be the most difficult, Mississippi State at in Starkville, and then Arkansas, who they get at home, where the Razorbacks have never won. I think Missouri, even though they haven't been as good defensively or even offensively this year, I think they have the best chance to maybe make the college football playoff of the teams outside just because of the schedule.
Yep. And, you know, what about SMU sitting there at 13, 8-1?
Yeah.
Rhett Lashley.
You like Rhett's team there?
Listen, this is an Arkansas guy. They plucked, I think it was Torian Carter away. I think he's down there now. It's no, Torian's he's at Colorado, I think. It's Take Booker. So you've got some Arkansas connections. I'd rather cheer for Rhett than an SEC team. And I don't even know the guy. I mean, is that so out of bounds for if I'm going to pick someone to cheer? I would take
got a lot of NIL money. They're going to be a program.
It's flush.
Is that that's an example of NIL money being paying dividends?
Okay, let's think about this. So,
that's right.
Pony Express, Eric Dickerson, Craig James back in the 80s. We all know what happened. Every Southwest Conference team.
NIL.
Yes, every Southwest Conference team apparently cheated except for Arkansas. That's what Basil always tells me. But the deal with like a program like SMU that has kind of bounced around a little bit conference-wise, now in the ACC, a program like Vanderbilt, those are programs that, not Vanderbilt, but SMU has tradition. Vanderbilt, not as much. But Vandy's in Nashville. Clark Lee has built something. He's building something currently. And then Rhett Lashley, he'll be coveted for some open jobs, I would guess. But if you're Lashley and you're 4.5, 5 hours away from home, and you're in, like you said, an attractable place in Dallas, Texas, money's good.
Even attractive.
Boosters, I always butcher that. Boosters paid for their ACC admittance, Tommy. They're not getting revenue from the television networks. They are paying that for it's like 7 to 10 years.
Then they get a half share.
And it slowly goes up.
Yeah, they get a half share.
The money there is insane, as are the drugs. That's like a huge drug college. But it is just like one of those things where, you not know that? SMU's like the Coke college capital of the world, whatever. So that being said, it is just like one of those things where, why would you leave if you're Lashley? Why?
Hang on, I got to go answer a call from a lawyer out here. I'll be right back.
I'm just telling you the facts of the situation of what occurs in Southern Methodist University. But I'm saying, like, they're in a good spot right now. And, like, I know we're going to have Richard come on in about 43 minutes from now, and we'll ask him some football and basketball stuff. Basketball season tonight. But, like, or would you be that shocked if Kane Archer ended up going to SMU?
Ryan in Prairie Grove says he doesn't cheer for Gus Disciples. And B in Clarksville says SMU isn't a Pepsi university. So
did they change it?
All the things.
Did they used to be a Pepsi university?
All the things you need to know about SMU. Plus Ty's.
That went over.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I had to say it twice.
There we go. Third time's the charm. Took a couple.
You're going to Notre Dame this week. Have you found you a wedding to attend or?
No wedding. No wedding to attend just yet. I was talking to a bride this week. I am geared up and ready to go though for her wedding. Weddings to come starting. Yeah. Do you know how many I have next year?
Probably more than I'm going to authorize time off for.
6. Gee. Listen, you hired a popular guy, man. A guy that gets invited to a lot of these weddings.
I think he invites himself to a lot of weddings.
What does my dad always say? Always a groom, or always a groom. Always a groom.
A lot of money you spend on gifts.
Always a groom's, but never a groom. Yes, it's well thought of. But as Tom,
your suit's ready to go.
Yes,
so you can count on Rainwaters to make you look good. I figured you'd probably horn in on a wedding like Vince Vaughn and Wedding Crate. Horn in on a wedding. Yeah.
What? Horn in?
Horn in.
Is okay. I've never heard that phrase before. I got to get past.
Hang around. I'll teach you more.
Okay. Yeah. There's a lot I can learn. But hey, even as a younger guy, I can teach you about a great suit rental. Lance, one of our team members here, him and his 2 sons, they're renting a suit for their upcoming wedding. He doesn't go to as many as me, but if you need a suit, if you need to rent a suit, stop by and see Gail and his entire team, 9700 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Tell them Ty sent you. They'll take care of you. It could be something, again, as simple as just a dress shirt, or maybe you want the whole ensemble, a whole suit. You can get it at Rainwaters. Rainwaters men's clothing and tuxedo rental, because it's fun to look good.
Well, it's a little bit cooler out there this morning. That front pushed through, a little more of like fall-like weather in the 40s and 50s this morning. It's nice.
That feels great. I've got a pullover. I will say
it's pullover weather. It's hoodie weather.
You'd be proud of me. I actually looked up the weather before this weekend in South Bend, and I know this is surprising in November, but it's going to be cold in Chicago and cold in South Bend.
Yeah.
Zach offered me his Notre Dame sweatshirt, and I said, I'm not wearing that garbage. I'm wearing Arkansas stuff. What do you think about wearing?
Well, I need to have a long sit down with Zach because he was recklessly using the microphone a day or two ago to lure people into the Notre Dame fan base, saying that they were welcoming people in, and I thought that was reckless use of the microphone.
It's one of the more pretentious fan bases in college football. You put Ole Miss up there, put Notre Dame, and I'm excited to attend one of the better atmospheres in college football. But on the same token, it is a pretentious fan base.
No question.
Is any pushback at all from anyone on that?
Is that why he fits right in?
Yes.
That's what you said before the show.
He has this, listen, I love Zachary Arns. I forgot his first name. He told me this weekend, but great guy. But he's a little pretentious at times. I'm just a normal average Joe. I get along with anyone.
I'm trying to figure, didn't he go to Arkansas? I'm trying to figure out the Notre Dame fandom. I don't
Is he
care
even
enough
Catholic?
To ask. He drinks a lot, so I don't know. Maybe.
Close enough. Close enough.
All right, brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Great brands like Grand Design, Forest River, Brinkley, all there. And they'll make sure that you get not only a great deal, but at Wheels, you'll also get that lifetime warranty that makes buying there an easy call. Wheels RV also has award-winning service, and you deal with the owners every day because Chris and Lee J are always there. So, if there's ever an issue, the owner of the company is right there on the showroom floor as well. That's Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, and discover with Wheels RV.
I know people are wondering about the status of Jonas Adu. Heading tonight, we're going to hear from assistant coach Chuck Martin coming up in just a bit. Also hear from DJ Wagner a little earlier this week on Live with Coach Cal. What's it been like for him coming from Lexington originally? Forget if it's Jersey or New York, but coming back to Arkansas. What has it been like? We'll get into all that coming up. Your hog update as we roll on What's Your Beef Wednesday.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb pages for him.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
This is the Morning Rush.
This is the game that they are saying national championship. And we're floating in a sea of red.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
I doubt you thought paint was anything like football, right? So you've got a favorite football team. Your painting team at the paint store in Van Buren gets you a solid primer, the perfect color, and a durable defense. That is what you want, right? Our team of Richards Paint and expertise always win for you. Whether contractor or do-it-yourself, we have the best team. The paint store in Van Buren. Go Hogs!
The long wait is almost over, Waldron. Wave Rural Connect will be opening the Waldron Zone for orders November the 18th. If you registered before the 18th, you still need to put in your product order when Waldron opens. Amazing fiber internet and phone, all from a local provider in Ozark, Arkansas, is coming to Waldron. Pre-register online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
Hey, Todd Richardson for Jim. They have several locations in the Arkansas area, but I specifically want to talk to you about Jim Mart number 10. Great deli. My goodness. Great lunch, great dinner. But have you had the breakfast yet? It's the best in town. And they have that convenient drive-through window. So when you're heading north or south on 540, take exit number 6 for Jim Mart number 10. 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. Jim, the leading gas station and convenience store in the area.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with fries, a drink, and 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Choose any 2 plus fries and a drink, all only $6.99. Hardee's Original Bag, loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Had a chance to catch up with Arkansas basketball assistant coach Chuck Martin yesterday. Here's what he said about Jonas Aidoo.
He's getting better. We're taking it day by day. We'll have a better feel, hopefully, by tomorrow morning. But he's certainly getting better. We're excited about the possibility of him returning soon.
That doesn't sound concrete that your eventual starting center is going to be back tonight, but they did have a successful outing against Kansas, albeit no Hunter Dickinson on the other side. But he's going to be your linchpin defensively for this upcoming season. If Arkansas is going to make that second weekend run, Tommy, he's got to be a key cog in that.
My God, there's a lot of dribbles between now and then, so we'll figure it out. But looks to me, and we heard from Cal earlier in this show, you had that clip, but they're still trying to figure out how to what's best for this team. What's the best combination? What's the best style of plays? He said we're starting to figure that out. But I think Arkansas's got a good enough guard play. They're going to beat most people, and they're deep enough even without Aidoo to probably have enough presence inside, unless you're playing maybe a Hunter Dickinson or a handful of really great fives. You're going to be okay because your guard play is going to make you okay.
Well, it's one thing to have like one really good guard, right? And like the thing about DJ Wagner is people forget he was the highest rated point guard coming out of this past recruiting class, or 2 recruiting classes, I should say. He was their best player in Lexington. Then he got hurt, and he wasn't the same player after that. So you bring in the number 1 point guard in this class in Boogie Flant. You've got him and DJ together, plus John L. Davis, who's arguably one of the best shooting guards / combo guards in the country. It's not often you have like one alpha All-American type of dude. You might have 3 on this roster, which again Cal can use at his discretion depending on which guy is hot that night. But it's going to be fun to watch, just as you said, a lot of dribbles between now and then. Not only tonight, Baylor on Saturday, but as we get closer to conference play, you're going to be in New York for the Michigan game, which by the way you'll get to watch Tennessee, who Arkansas will play in that first SEC game. There's a lot of sometimes you wait till conference play till you see how a team actually is. There's a lot of like barometers before conference play. It's like, is this team going to be like worth anything?
Yeah. And, I think we have yet to play a real game. We've gotten to all watch the Kansas game, and we've gotten to hear about and read accounts from, in most cases, the TCU game. So let's watch some basketball tonight. Let's watch the Baylor game. I'm going to be short on drawing conclusions or sharp opinions when we haven't seen that much. But I don't know.
You're just waiting for Hot Take Monday, right?
Well, but we'll know more.
Yeah.
But, I understand the idea that, hey, this is a second weekend team. I think that's playing it safe. Tell me why this isn't a team that you could expect to go to the Final Four. Tell me why, because if they're healthy, they've got the pieces.
Well, that's where I'd go depth. I know this is the formula.
But again, if everybody's available and there for a February, March run, I don't look at this team and say, man, here's the pieces that are missing. I don't see very many missing pieces. They got coaching with a pedigree, and I understand Cal's issues at Kentucky, and he's lost some early round games, and certainly want to avoid that at Arkansas. But early on at Kentucky, very good. I expect him to be, equal here. It's a new day though in college sports.
New day.
What is because of the way you construct rosters.
I quietly expect them to be.
To say what happened at Kentucky is going to repeat itself here, I don't think it's likely just because of the way the state of the game is now versus 2009.
Go ahead, Big C.
Yeah, just saying it out loud, like this is going to be a Final Four team and stuff. You kind of want to shy away from that, at least for me.
Well,
even though you might believe
you don't want to be wrong.
You don't want to be wrong, and you just don't. I feel like the more you talk
get
about
your hopes up.
Yeah, the more you talk about
But
it.
Tell me why that's not a reality. Tell me why this team can't be there. If I said, by God, I think they're going to San Antonio, they're going to the Final Four. Tell me why I'm crazy.
First thing is depth. And I said, what did I tell you before last season? I was like,
talked about how good the guard depth is.
But
teams with better. You got to have a 5.
It's front court depth.
Well, I understand that.
And listen, what was the thing that I said scared me about last year's team? It's front court depth, and this year's team's different. But it's always that to me. It's front court depth. You've got plenty of guard depth. It's front court depth. If you're asking me to pick something out and be negative.
But
that
you can
would
do that with any team.
And that's fair.
Why is Duke going to go? I mean, Duke looks like they're going to be really good, too.
Yeah.
Tell me why
Because
Alabama
they're
won't
going
go.
to run into Arkansas.
Somebody's going to run into UConn, too.
Yeah, that's a good reason. That's a
but-
good reason in itself. All right, that is your hog, and where you're coming from is very fair.
We don't want to say it because we don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, that is your hog update, brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
So it is a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. I'm a little bit beefing on that. The fact that, and I get it. You don't want to get your hopes way up. But why not believe this is a program with this roster from what we've seen that is on a short list of teams that can be there? Am I right or am I wrong? What's your beef on a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, 479-443-0000. Everything you need to get game day ready and tailgate ready is at Richard's Country Meat Market. They've got all the sides as well. And it's not too early to think about Thanksgiving. Stop in at Richard's Country Meat Market, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive in Fayetteville. I mean, I think a lot of people just don't want to say it because they don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, no, that's fair. By the way, just got a text from Dusty Hannis. He's going to join us tomorrow at 9:05 to recap this game that he is on call for tonight. Excited to hear from him and from Chuck and Z on the radio broadcast. Hey, we are also brought to you this morning by our friends at Rath Mitsubishi and Rath Auto Resources. Luckily, the Mighty Key Car Care Center is there for you. I had a light come on recently. They helped me through it. They send you a text. It goes over every nook and cranny, every single detail. So whether you have car issues in the River Valley, car issues in Northwest Arkansas, stop by the Meineke Car Care Center at Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb pages for him.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
This is the Morning Rush.
Arkansas, 80 yards.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients better lives with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, now offering same-day crown service. Mention you heard this ad on ESPN Radio at your next appointment and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Stop by the Golf Nut today and check out the full line of lab putters featuring Lie-Angle balanced technology. Lab putters were used by 14% of professionals in the 2024 Masters Tournament. All models of the new Scotty Cameron Phantom putters are in stock, including the longer 38-inch model. Come discover the biggest selection of name brand clubs, apparel, and accessories in the region. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your #1 golf shop for over 30 years.
The people have voted, and Evans Body Shop has been recognized. Voted best in the River Valley this year and 5 years running best of the best independent body shop. We are so grateful for the support of our community. EBS has hundreds of 5-star reviews and countless satisfied customers. We invite you to experience a customer service level that sets our shop apart from the others. Call or come by today to see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Are you an angler having trouble finding all the bait, tackle, and more for your fishing needs? Make Awake Bait and Tackle, now located in Fort Smith next to Witts Marine on North 11th Street, is your place. Make Awake Bait and Tackle also has the largest selection of plastics in the River Valley. Reactor Innovation, Bobby Garland, Zoom, Mega Bass, and more. Check out the Daiwa Rod and Reels. Make Awake Bait and Tackle, 803 North 11th Street in Fort Smith, 479-926-9320. Also get your rod and reels repaired. Come see us next to Witts Marine at Make Awake Bait and Tackle.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics. What makes you unique from other stores in the area?
I try to build a great relationship with all of my customers. I can do just anything from cars to food trucks to signs, banners. I do a lot of custom this and that. I'll say 100% of anybody come in here, they leave out happy. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hot link, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Carpat Social Morning Rush Daily Question. All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
You know, for a lot of basketball fans, for a lot of Arkansas fans, I think there's still people that are going to tune in tonight or go to that game tonight just to see John Calipari as your head coach. He's going to be the star of the show many nights, but Tyre, do you still think there's fans out there that they know it's real, but they want to feel it? That's my question is, I still think there's a bunch of fans that still want to look in tonight. Yep. There he is, because it doesn't seem real, I think, to a lot of fans that John Calipari is your head coach. Do you think that that sentiment is still out there, even though we know on the surface it's real, but some it's still, it doesn't seem like, hey, he's actually the coach.
I think I told you this. I think it's really
probably not wording that as clearly as I'd like, but I think you know what I mean.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I know you're not going tonight. Big C and Colton are going tonight to be there with ESPN Arkansas. Like the
reality will set in tonight. I guess that's what I'm trying to drive at. The reality of John Calipari is our head coach. If I'd have told you that in April or 2 weeks before he was hired at the end of the season when Muss was fired, you'd have said you're off your rocker.
We'll get into something Muss said coming up in just a bit as a beef of some Arkansas fans. But I think so.
I told you November 6, 2023. This time next year, John Calipari is going to coach the first regular season game for Arkansas.
I would have sent you to a mental insane asylum. Said,
"Come here, buddy.
Where are you getting that information?
Let's go have your blood
especially
drawn."
after Arkansas beat Duke and other stuff happened. Yeah. But I think so. We saw him on TV in the Kansas game. Select few of you got a chance to walk into Bud Walton Arena and see it in person. We heard about it. I mean, he was in Fort Worth last week. Tonight, again, he'll be on the Plus. Wish they weren't on the Plus. I wish they were on the SEC network, but that's another argument for another day. And then on Saturday, I think it's a decent channel for Saturday too. I think, again, for me, it truly,
I believe.
Yeah,
Saturday.
For me, it truly sets in on February the 1st when he walks into Lexington, Kentucky. And not that I won't go to Bud Walton in the 10 games until then, but you're asking me when that's the date to me when he and I told you I think the boos will drown out the claps. That's when it will set into me that he is your Arkansas head basketball coach.
Well, his introduction by John George tonight, guys, be the loudest ovation of the night. Or will there be another moment in the game, a electrifying dunk, a fast break, or something that brings the crowd even greater to its feet, or when the starting lineups are introduced and the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks is John Calipari. Yeah. When John George belts that out, will that be the biggest ovation of the night?
I think so. I mean, it was.
Hopefully, there's an electrifying play that.
What it was in was it the LSU game? Was it it was the loudest ovation outside Andrew Armstrong's touchdown in the LSU game? And now this fan base, I think, knock on wood, they're 14-point favorites on the Bet Saracen app. Will have something to cheer about tonight in this basketball game. And again, it doesn't sound like that necessarily Jonas Adu is going to play, but that is excited to that. We'll get into some Cal stuff coming up. Again, a good question. Will it finally set in for you when Arkansas comes out and when Cal is officially introduced by John George tonight that he is your Arkansas basketball coach? That is your Morning Rush Daily Question brought to you by our friends at Cart Pass Social. Great place for an indoor golf facility. Several bays, over 500 courses that you can choose from that you can check out, like the Blessings. I know only like 100-some people remember it, the Blessings, and a lot of people don't get to play it. Well, if you want to play it, you can do so at Cart Pass Social. You can play Augusta. Again, over 500 courses across our country that you can play. It's starting to get cold. Tommy, you mentioned the weather.
Yeah.
You still want to play golf? Well, you can do so at Cart Pass Social. 122 Grant Place in Lowell. Check them out online at cartpasssocial.com.
Didn't you say they have memberships too?
Yeah, memberships, BYOB. All you can bring in your food, bring in your drink. Again, Christian Olsen, Hank Aaron, two Arkansas guys.
I got some friends that have built ones in their house, and you can spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on a simulator. So, you just buy a membership.
This one's
pretty affordable.
This one's really nice, especially if you're in Northwest Arkansas. Really, if you're all over the state and you want to take advantage of that, do so at Cart Pass Social. Check it all out at cartpasssocial.com. So, Christian, you brought this up, and I saw this earlier this week. This is a beef for some Arkansas fans. I don't think it's personally a big deal. This is one of those things. Listen, Happy Muss was here. Anything he says after the fact, it's kind of whatever. This is a full quote when it comes to their season opener against Chattanooga. Despite what Arkansas thinks, the first couple games we had half an empty building. We want it to be better. I got to do a better job. I haven't been to the frats, and I got to get out more. Probably going to be more active on social media. I'm pretty passive, and it's collective. I would not characterize Eric Musselman as passive whatsoever. No. But I saw some Arkansas fans were mad about that. My thing is, who cares, right? Yeah. I don't know, that got sent to me yesterday, and I was just thinking to myself, why are you crying over spilled milk?
John Calipari's your head coach. I like Muss. Hope he does well there. If Arkansas played him and brought him to Bud Walton Arena, I think he'd get a mostly an ovation from our crowd and our fan base.
He had to know when he took the job at USC, the crowd would not be as good.
Well, hang on.
I mean,
First of all, in their arena, like half, it's like less than 10,000. So
and that was what I was
a
going to
half
say.
full building at Arkansas is a sellout crowd at USC in Los Angeles. So, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why he would even go there. Don't really care about investigating as to why. Like Muss doesn't change anything about it. He did a lot of things to reestablish the program back to the level it needs to be, and hopefully Calipari can finish it off. He can bring you another national title. If that isn't the hope, then I don't know what we're doing here. But I don't know why he would even go there. Why drag Arkansas into that? Just say, hey, I need to get out to the frats and drum up some more business here.
Let's bring
Move
that up. If you're John Tyson and Warren Stevens, the two catalysts, and I would say to get him here based on what Hunter Yurachek has said.
1,000%.
Yeah. Like, are not demanding, but is it worth it if he doesn't get a national championship with the amount of money that they apparently put up front? And I don't know who's forking over the NIL. I just know it's probably, I'm not probably there. I know it's there based on pretty much any college basketball coach, any college basketball writer you're talking to. And again, game one of the John Calipari era starts tonight at 7 o'clock. There could be 5 years of this, 6, 7. I don't know what his timeline is in his head.
Well, he's told you he wants to help 25 or 30 more families.
Yeah. So 5 or 6 years doing the math in your head like that.
That reason alone, it's worth it. But
this isn't going to last forever.
Yeah. And I'm hoping the passing of the torches of sorts is a good one. Again, you didn't have a good season last year, but prior to that, 3 Sweet 16 appearances, two Elite Eight appearances. In their minds, and we're not in Stevens Inc., we're not in Tyson
wish we
Incorporated.
were.
Make a lot more
Wish
money.
we were.
But do you think
I'd like another comma in there.
Think about how many former Razorbacks he's going to put in the NBA.
But here's the thing.
know.
And I know he said that at his opening day press
helps.
conference, and that's a big deal from publicity. It's a big deal from getting recruits here. But the only thing, this is going to be the only rub with Arkansas fans and John Calipari. And I love Jalen. I love Isaiah. I love Moses. I love all those guys. They've come on the show. I love that they represent the Hogs, specifically Bobby Portis. But Arkansas fans care about one and one thing only. That's winning here in Fayetteville. And it's winning in the NCAA tournament. That is a byproduct of getting talented young men to come to this campus and play for your university.
They're not coming to play for the university.
They're playing for Cal U. That's what I was going to say on that.
And we've got to live with the fact that, like you said, you hope it all works together and fits hand in glove. But his goal's not necessarily, and he's spoken to this publicly. Winning a national championship, getting to Final Fours isn't the first thing he mentions.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah, I mean he's spoken recently and multiple times to the fact that when they got out of the business of trying to win in games and trying to help kids and their families, the winning came along with it.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to trust that that's the way it's going to be. The problem is you want to win the last game, the very last game you play. You want to win. You don't have to win them all up to then, but that's the one everybody's wanting to win.
All right, if you had a chance, let's just pie in the sky. If you're an Arkansas fan, you got a chance to beat UConn and dethrone them of the third straight national championship, or beat Duke again. And Cooper Flagg, and I know Coach K in there, but pick one. Who would you rather beat in the national championship? Pie in the sky, imaginary scenario.
I don't care.
You don't care? You just want it regardless?
Yeah, I just want to be there.
Or Kentucky.
Yeah,
I think Kentucky
that'd
might be on that list.
But anyway.
A couple more beefs here from JT in Hot Springs. Arkansas football getting blown out. I know that's a beef of many. And apparently his daughter's boyfriend, Tommy, has bought her an engagement ring and has yet to talk to me or her mom about
I hope
this.
you're not breaking news here on the show. Hope she's not listening.
Well,
then how does he know there's been a ring purchased if he hadn't talked? Something's
probably,
not adding up.
Probably through the grapevine of a friend or something like that.
Well, dads aren't plugged into the grapevine.
Moms are, though.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
If he didn't want me to read that out loud, he should have texted him, do not read this or keep this between themselves.
Then why are you telling
the
us?
text line, here's the thing about the text line. Now, there are some texts that we receive that are vulgar and inflammatory and that we do not discuss on air. But if you send us a text, there's like, there's
open game.
It's like signing a verbal contract, basically, or a written contract that you give us the right.
How do you sign a verbal contract?
Yeah, not a verbal contract. You give us the right. It's like what Reese Davis says in the NCAA game, or he has in his Twitter bio. It said, if you send us a tweet, you are acknowledging that College Game Day has the right to use this photo. I.e., if you send us a text, and unless it has an asterisk or something on it,
I agree.
I'm just going to read it.
Well,
unless
no,
it's
that's
bad.
fair. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, why would he? That could be sensitive information you don't want out there yet.
I don't send it to the Morning Rush, a
I
statewide
agree.
radio show.
I agree.
For nearly 2
By the way,
decades.
congratulations on the coming nuptials. Save your money because you got a wedding to pay for.
Did your son-in-law ask your permission?
Absolutely.
Okay. I feel like that's not just an old school thing. If you want your your future father-in-law's blessing, no matter how young, old he is, you better do it. Even I'm not that stupid.
Is that first marriage stuff? What if it's her second marriage? Do you still go ask? What if it's
How
her third
old
marriage?
is she? Is
Your
there
age.
is there an age
What if
limit?
you speak two different
She's
languages?
29. Yeah, she's still not 30 yet. I feel like that's a.
Okay. I don't have. I'm just kind of wondering.
I
when
asked
does
my
that end?
friend's dad to ask her to prom.
What if you speak two different languages? Like, what if her dad doesn't speak English?
That sounds like you're letting it into something personal.
Yeah.
I'd hire an interpreter.
No, I'm just kidding.
Google Translate.
Yeah, I did. That's what I did.
There you go. Hey, Sassy's 2 locations in Fayetteville, the original Red House on College, and then right off Weddington on Steamboat. Great menu. It kind of feels like a brisket kind of day, or maybe smoked wings. You know, do those honey sriracha wings, or maybe just get some for the table to start out your experience at Sassy's today. And again, Coach Cal's show there on most Mondays, so be sure and get by and join the crowd. There's a big crowd there Monday night, even though the tornadoes were rolling through and bad weather was outside. The show went on, and Coach Cal was thankful for everyone being there. So get by Sassy's, the original Red House on North College, or just off the Weddington exit. I love the honey sriracha wings and the sweet potato barbecue tots with that caramel sauce. Unbelievable.
Elite.
Eat, drink, and be Sassy's. Look online at sassysbarbecue.com.
Let's chat with Richard Davenport in hour number 2. Get his thoughts on recruiting and the college football playoff last night.
It's that time of year, jackpot season. Play the new $1 Million Jackpot Scratch-Off ticket from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. You might just, win one. It's the biggest instant prize of the year, and that's just the icing on the cake. There's more than $50 million in prizes out there waiting for a winner. Be that winner. Try the new $1 Million Jackpot ticket in stores now at a lottery retailer near you. Happy jackpot season. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb pages for him.
He means the website, which is shop on Razorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
It's Ty Richardson live at Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental. I'm here with my friend Gail Rainwater. One of the many things you guys offer is tuxedo rental.
Yes, we do a great business of renting for weddings and proms. What sets us apart from most other places that rent clothing, you get to try it on. You come in, we measure, you try it on immediately. And the reason for that is we carry everything in stock. You get to check the fit immediately. Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental, where it's fun to look good.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Have you tried the TGI Friday weekday deals? On Monday, they have 50-cent wings, traditional or boneless, 10-piece minimum. Tuesday, cheeseburgers and fries with a fountain drink for $10. On Wednesday, Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta for only $12. On Thursday, enjoy a half a rack of ribs for only $12. Stop by and check out the weekday deals at TGI Fridays, I-540 at Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. In here, it's always Friday.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly to mostly sunny sky today. A high this afternoon, mid-60s north, low 70s south. We will see an increase in the cloud cover tonight. Could see a few showers as we hit through the overnight across the south. Overnight lows, upper 40s north, mid-50s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits. You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
I'm hairy everywhere else except my face.
This hour of The Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Through the sky, Tommy and Ty, easy drive. Tune in now, don't be shy. The morning rush gonna make you feel alive. ESPN, it's all feel the show. The morning rush, morning glow.
You got a favorite political TV show or movie that always stands out? Some would argue that the last couple weeks have felt like a TV show at times. The ones I jotted down, Tommy, are House of Cards, West Wing, Air Force One, love Harrison Ford,
I like that movie,
and JFK. Those are kind of like the political presidential, either TV shows, movies. Those are kind of the four that stood out to me.
Forrest Gump.
and I still haven't seen that movie.
That is nearly a fireable offense.
I think
saw
it's
the president.
hold on. I think it's like Southwest flying Southwest out of Tulsa on Thursday. I'm pretty sure that comes with like their movie selection. You know, when you pull up their internet, so I'll watch
Why don't
it
you just download it and take it on your phone and watch it?
because it costs money and it's free on Southwest.
But they may not have Forrest Gump as an available.
I think that I'm pretty sure they do. So I'll hold out until tomorrow night.
That's a beef of mine. What's Your Beef Wednesday? Brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. They'll get you tailgate ready with their house-made sausages, gourmet burgers, chicken wings, jalapeno poppers, the loaded bratwurst. They can be a game changer for you at your tailgate this year. Call ahead and have your order ready, 479-443-0000. That's Richard's Country Meat Market, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive in Fayetteville. Friday, we'll do our Fence Man Friday picks. Kind of up and down this last week. We'll have a big weekend of SEC games to pick, all brought to you by the Fence Man. 782-3936 is Sean's number. If you've had storm damage that's affected your fence, maybe some floodwaters have knocked a section or two down, or the winds knocked down a section or two, or just need some help from fence repairs all the way to large commercial and industrial jobs, the Fence Man does it. 782-3936. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
So a little preview of Friday. You lean in Georgia or Ole Miss right now, Wednesday at 10:02 a.m.
That game's in Oxford, right?
Correct.
Don't know the line, but probably
2.5.
2.5.
Georgia, 2.5.
Probably leaning Georgia today.
I'm still leading Georgia. And then LSU, Bama. I don't know that line. You lead in.
It's in Baton Rouge.
In Baton Rouge at 9.
Probably leaning LSU.
I'm leaning LSU as well. All right, we welcome in our friend Richard Davenport here on the Morning Rush, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Richard, we saw the initial college football playoff rankings last night. I know there were some other things that people were not just discussing but watching. But any big takeaways from the initial one? I think ours is 2 Big Ten teams up top.
Yeah, no, not really. No surprise. Obviously it's the first one, and things will kind of, I guess, even out during the next few weeks. It'd be interesting to see who eventually all settled in and is part of the playoffs, but no really big surprise for me.
Richard, are you glad they moved to a 12-team playoff, or did you like it at 4?
I kind of liked it at 4, but I get the excitement of the 12. It does involve obviously more teams and more fan bases, and it gives teams that probably obviously wouldn't make the top 4 that an opportunity to maybe pull an upset, and you're going to have some really good games through the years, and there'll be some upsets, and there'll be some runaways like they have always been in the past, but probably maybe even more so. But I think it's a good thing. I'm always willing to try something different. I'm a traditionalist, but at the same time, I don't mind thinking outside the box and trying to do things a little different.
Yeah, Richard Davenport with us here on the Morning Rush. Richard, off week, bye week. Where does the football staff invest their time this weekend with a week off for the Razorback football team?
Yeah, I'm sure that they'll be hitting the road on Thursday to be in place on Friday morning at different schools and attend games this Friday, and I think they made probably about more than half of the commitments last time, as far as visiting their schools and attending their games, and I'm sure that the other half will be a primary focus coming later this week.
And I know a lot of eyes, and maybe Razorback coaching eyes will be on the Conway Bryant game with Grayson Wilson. Big game in the state, but also a chance to see a Razorback commit. Wouldn't surprise me to see some Razorback red on the sidelines with him playing this Friday night.
Yeah, I think that is something that you could possibly look at with Coach Petrino. Yeah, I think you hit something pretty good right there.
Richard Davenport with us here, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Richard, we haven't heard a lot about Kane Archer. I know tragedy struck Greenwood recently, but in terms of how the 2026 class is shaping up, you recently wrote a column about that in Whole Hog Sports. What can you tell us about him and maybe some other in-state Arkansas guys that are starting to get closer to their senior year?
Yeah, the 26 class, just from a standpoint of quality, is really outstanding. Like you said, I wrote about it on Sunday, and 6 of the guys in the class are rated 4-star prospects by at least one of the recruiting services, and that ties 2022 is one of the better classes just as far as the amount of 4-stars in the past 10 years. So that's a pretty solid class, and obviously some other guys could possibly be elevated to a 4-star, but right now, being juniors, to have 6 guys that are already 4-stars, were, I'm sure I didn't really research the 22 class that much about when they were all elevated to 4-stars, but I would imagine that some of them weren't 4-stars until their senior year, and all these guys are juniors and they're 4-stars. So it's a very impressive class, and obviously one that the coaches at Arkansas and other schools are focused on.
Shifting gears to basketball, Razorback basketball opens their season tonight, Bud Walton Arena. They also got some good news recently. Malik Thomas, 5-star prospect in the class of 2025, down to 3 schools, down to Pittsburgh, down to UConn, and down to Arkansas. What's the latest on him, RD?
Yeah, like you said, he's down to those 3 schools, and we'll make his decision on Monday. All indications that he's going to be a Razorback. And when he made his official visit, Darius Akoff, who's already committed to Arkansas with another 5-star point guard, made an unofficial visit along with Malik. And in talking to him, he kind of downplayed the importance of that, but at the same time, he did say that they're very good friends and they kind of admire one another's game. So yeah, I'd be surprised if he's not a Razorback, and obviously that would be the second 5-star in the 25 class.
Richard, you fired up for the start of Arkansas basketball season tonight?
Yeah, I think obviously the 2 exhibition games is the last one you weren't able to see, but you were able to listen to. But I think all Arkansas fans are excited, and I think this is going to be an outstanding team, and a team that will be able to compete against anybody in the country, and maybe make a run, deep run in the NCAA tournament. But it's going to be a fun team to watch. I mean, especially after the first exhibition game against Kansas. You saw the potential. It's just going to be interesting to see how they develop over the next month or 2 before they go into SEC play.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. Get several good measuring sticks along the way, beginning this weekend with Baylor.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's the good thing. And we've talked about it with Coach Cal and him liking to play, top competition in the non-conference schedule, and obviously I think that that's a good thing for recruiting, and kids like to play on a big stage and against top competition, even outside of conference, and he's always been focused on that, and that's going to be something that we're going to continue to see with his time at Arkansas.
Richard, we'll leave it there, man. Appreciate you jumping on with us every single Wednesday at 10 a.m., and we'll chat a little more next week and maybe get a little preview of the Texas game.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, Richard Davenport with us, brought to you by APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group. They have immediate openings in Northwest and North Central Arkansas. If you're looking for a new gig and a new opportunity with a great company that's got plenty of work with road construction and with their quarry operations and aggregate operations around the area, they can certainly help you start a career with APAC. If you're a young person in your 20s, this is a place you can spend the next few decades with upward mobility and the chance for promotions and greater income for you and your family with a career with APAC. Go to jobs.crh.com. That's jobs.crh.com. APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Heard from Cal earlier this week. He likes that the team's getting a little healthier.
The issue's been we've been so beat up and hurt, nicked up, that today was like the first day we had 10 guys. There was probably 2 weeks we tried to practice, or we practiced with 5. We went against GAs and however we could do what we did, and I thought we got a lot done.
Don't know if Jonas Adu, who I think is eventually going to be their starting center, suits up and plays tonight. He did not play in the Kansas game, didn't play in the TCU game either. Something to watch for when he ends up coming back. You got any idea? Big C, you can hop in on this too. You got any idea who you think your favorite player is going to be? I think the most popular one thus far has been Boogie, just because of what he did in that first game as a true freshman inside of Bud Walton Arena. I think my guy, like the guy I really like, is going to be Carter Knox. I hated his brother. I just hated his brother. And again, I'm having to take all this hatred and vitriol that I used to have for Cal, Kentucky guys, Memphis guys, and then like you've got brothers, cousins, nephews, whatever the case, a connection somehow, some way. And now it's like, man, now you got a good player that's on your team. So Carter Knox, he's big. He doesn't look like a freshman. I think he plays both ways. And I just like the tenacity he plays with on both ends of the floor. So that's he's not going to be as popular, but he's the guy I've kind of honed in on. It's like, man, I really like this kid. Really like to watch him play.
You got one, Big C?
Oh, I'm going to go with when Jonas Adu gets out there. I think he's that important to the team. I'm going to go with Jonas Adu.
I'd like it to be Trevin Brazil.
That'd be a really good comeback story.
Right. I think the opportunity for there to be a neat story to tell, and just, if you tell the whole thing and get it in the right context, that could certainly
he got a steady.
John L. Davis is going to be another one.
Yeah, he'll be the shooter of the stretch. If you like for the Kansas game, Trevin got a pretty big applause when he came in. Also got he got the second loudest ovation outside of Cal when they introduced the guys at LSU. And I know social media can be a cesspool at times, and there's more negatives than positives. He got just ripped on social media last year, going through injuries and whatnot. But if you go back to 2 years ago, Tommy, when he played with AB and Jordan Walsh and those guys, he was a lot of people's favorite player. Now, we only got to see him, 12 games before he tore his ACL? But like he could bring that type of excitement, and it would be a cool story to see him come back again. Transfer to Missouri, which you love when you can beat Missouri in anything. You got him. And to see what he was 2 years ago, to see how unfortunately he didn't pay out like you thought he would last year, which you said it accurately, we thought he was going to be the best player, and he wasn't. Maybe it was too high of expectations. Maybe that played a role. He didn't have to be on this team. Health, obviously a big deal, but it would be a cool comeback story to see him really prosper on this team.
What about DJ Wagner?
And that's another prosper story.
Yeah.
Go ask Kentucky fans what they thought of DJ Wagner
Big Z.
at the beginning versus the end. And he would be a guy, maybe one of the most improved players in the Southeastern Conference. I think a lot of college basketball people say, man, this is not the same kid that was in Lexington, Kentucky. And he's just, again, there's a lot of guys that you can pick out. Mine's Carter Knox. You mentioned, who'd you say again, Tommy? I'm sorry. You said Jonas Adu, and then you said Trevin Brazil.
Yeah.
So we got to, again, and it's 3 people, 3 different names, which there's a lot of guys on this roster you like, and hopefully there's plenty of them that have success this upcoming
All right,
season.
listen to the game tonight. You can hear it here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app as well. Your website for your business, it's like a utility at your business. It's like, can you operate without electricity or water or internet? Of course not. And you've got to have all those things to be open and do business and attract new customers. Same thing's true for your business website as well. You can focus on building your business and let Modular Orange, our friends there, build your website, maintain it, launch it, host it, secure it, and keep it up to date, all for $95 a month with no upfront cost or additional fees. Modular Orange keeps it fast and easy. They streamline the process and help you get the website that you need out there to the rest of the world so that you can attract new leads and customers. So if your website needs an update or you just need one, period, go to see our friends at Modular Orange. $95 a month with no upfront cost. You'll save money and get a website that performs better. Go to modularorange.com for questions, FAQs, and all the details. That's modularorange.com for your website for just $95 a month.
On the best political shows / movies, JT in Hot Springs is texting American President with Michael Douglas and Annette Bening. Have you seen that movie?
That's a good one.
Is
A
it-
love story. It's a I wouldn't call it a rom-com, but it's a love story.
I know Michael Douglas solely because he's married, I think, to Catherine Zeta-Jones. And I know he's
Was
been...
at the time. Is that still a thing?
Is he not?
I don't know.
Well,
He's older than you think now.
Congratulations if you're still married. Honestly, congratulations even if you're not married, because that is an accomplishment in itself. And he's, like you said, several years older than he is. Guys, by the way, it's basketball day, which is kind of funny considering Arkansas opens up their season tonight. It's International
Seriously.
It's International Stress Awareness Day. Who stresses you out the most? Me or your kids?
Well,
Answer honestly, like a polygraph would be on you. It's close.
Probably you.
Neck and neck. Okay.
Probably you.
And then National Nachos Day, queso or shredded cheese on your nachos.
Both.
I will only take one or the other in this case.
Shredded
Usually
cheese.
I take both.
Shredded.
Shredded, Big C.
I like
shredded cheese, and then you put it in the oven, not the microwave, the oven.
Okay.
You said shredded or what?
Cheese dip / queso.
Cheese dip.
Okay. I think I'd go shredded just because the chips get too soggy.
Yeah, and it sticks to the chip better.
Okay.
If it's melted shredded cheese.
I don't know. I'd have to think about. I think it's pretty easy for you to think about who stresses you out the most because he sits by it from 9 to 11 every day. I would have to genuinely think about what person on God's beautiful green earth stresses me out the most. It's surprisingly not you. I know my expectations. I fulfill them every single day. There's no doubt about that. I'd have to figure
No
out
doubt in whose mind.
who stresses
Is
me
it
out
Brian
the
and
most.
Ozark?
No.
If you're letting Brian stress you out, that problem's on you.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe
it's got to be, probably me.
You know who
or-
probably stresses me out more than anything? Myself.
Are you one of those?
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Maybe a beautiful woman in a bar. Maybe that's stressful. Just me being apprehensive of going up to talk to her.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about me. You talked about you stressing yourself out.
Yeah.
You just got to chill.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
got to chill. I know a certain issue
Relax.
got struck down the other day, so it's going to make you harder to chill. Or last night or whatever it was. But you can
What was that?
you can figure it out. It's a lead thing, right?
Oh,
That got struck-
I didn't. I
Where-
wasn't following you there.
where's-
I thought we expanded that.
I thought it got struck. Wasn't even. Again, I have to be explained.
Again,
these
I'm not
issues.
taking my political information
I know.
from you.
I know. That's
so.
fair. That's
hey,
very
get
fair.
by Andy's frozen custards. That will relax you. Something smooth and delicious.
Cookie dough
Oh
concrete.
my goodness! I love Andy's frozen custards. 2 locations in Conway. They're on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. They are about 3 minutes from my house, and they're also on JFK in North Little Rock as well. You can stop in there. Take home the Pick 6, where you can mix and match 6 of your favorite flavors for the perfect game time treat. That's all at Andy's Frozen Custards. Again, they're at Conway twice, Fort Smith once, and North Little Rock as well. Andy's Frozen Custards, walk up or drive through. They're ready to serve you.
Who stresses you out the most here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday? I feel like that time's up. Okay, it's International Stress Day, and I'm sure people have plenty of
My
stress
dog.
with your day. Asher, yes, you've had to deal with Asher a
Oh.
time or two, Big C.
He's a nightmare.
That would
sometimes.
be up there. Maybe it's an animal. Your 2 dogs, Tommy, they give you stress?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a person. Maybe it's not a human being. It's an animal.
Don't bark until it's dark, and then they go outside and bark at everything.
Don't bark
Oh.
until it's dark. All right, we got your SEC update coming up. Where did SEC teams wind up in the first edition of the 12-team college football playoff rankings? Technically, it's 25, but you got 12-team playoff this year. We'll tell you next.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
Somebody get him a plane ticket for New York City.
And I said, Monte Harrison, he is 29, and he's officially the third oldest guy on it behind me and Bobby. He's the third oldest guy on the team. And everybody got a laugh at it. And I said, and he's just a freshman.
Catch Sam Pittman live every Wednesday night at 7, only on hitthatline.com.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, NHL to entertainment and political props. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Colin Ray Drive in Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite, white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the early
Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas. Trusted pool experts and your source for backyard fun. Locations in Springdale, Fort Smith, and now in Greenland. Always online at burtonpools.com.
After Vanderbilt reached bowl eligibility in Auburn, Alabama this past Saturday, apparently a player shocking a Sprite.
I don't condone that, but we're going to have fun here. I mean, we work so hard and I push these guys to their limits. So when we have something to celebrate, we're going to celebrate. I think that was DT. It was mayhem in there, but it was a beautiful kind of mayhem. And I hope people never stop doubting us, right? That's kind of our fuel right now. We got a huge chip on our shoulder and we're obviously proud to be bowl eligible. We've turned the page on that one and we're focused on the next one.
He did what with a
He
Sprite?
shotgunned, like you would shotgun a
shotgun.
beer.
Okay, I didn't hear. I
and
couldn't hear
shotgun a Sprite. It's the most Vanderbilt thing I think I've ever heard. Now, I feel, because I've got
He
two.
cut his lip, did he?
I hope he's okay. I've got two friends, Tommy, that went to school at Vandy, diehard Vandy fans, and they have just been through nothing good these last 10 years or whatever. So I'm actually genuinely happy. It's a two-man race to me for Coach of the Year in the SEC. It's Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. It's Mike Elko at Texas A&M. Is there anyone else you'd throw in that mix?
No, and I don't even think it should be that close.
You think it's Lee?
Clark Lee should run away with it.
Okay. I mean, so Vanderbilt, their remaining schedule, they get South Carolina at home this weekend. Then they have a bye. They got to go to LSU, which, listen, if you're Nussmeier and that team, you're not thinking that's just a cakewalk victory. Then they close out with Tennessee and Nashville. Well, it would be crazy if Tennessee beat Georgia next weekend and then ended up losing to Vanderbilt in the final game of the season. I mean, there are so many things that can happen in the next 4 weeks that would change the course of who's going to Atlanta and potentially the college football playoff. Arkansas still has a big hand. Like, if you beat Missouri or Texas, you obviously are not going to wind up at the playoff for the SEC championship. But you could at least impact who goes these next few weeks.
You think Tennessee would be number one right now if we wouldn't have beat them?
Well, after all what I heard Booger McFarland say. Tennessee, okay, they would have wins against Alabama. They would have wins against Florida. Is there anyone else good? Florida. Their schedule is really not that great. So Alabama is like their marquee win. But they'd still be undefeated in the Southeastern Conference.
You'd have one,
this next week.
B in Clarksville says Nick Saban for Coach of the Year. I think after we've seen Alabama's decline a little bit, maybe there's some validity to that.
Yeah. So we got the college football playoffs rankings last night. Two Big Ten teams over the SEC teams. Oregon at 1, Ohio State at 2, Georgia at 3, Miami at 4. Those are the top 4 teams. The top 4 seeds, though, Tommy, would be Oregon, Georgia, Miami, and BYU. Being that BYU,
assuming all of those teams go on to win their conference.
If they win their conference championship in the Big 12, which I didn't have, I think it's Kalen Sataki or whatever, his squad doing what they've done so far this season. But BYU's been really good. Maybe it makes more sense why you lost to them at home last season. But
so based on that, first round games, if the playoffs started this weekend, would be Boise State at Ohio State, Alabama at Texas, Notre Dame at Penn State, and Indiana at Tennessee. And winners of that would face the teams.
Alabama and Texas didn't play each other this year, but they had 2 really good games the last 2 years.
That's not the way it's going to end up. That's pretty tasty right there.
Yeah.
Unless you're an LSU fan, you know.
I think it's cool to have the first ever college football playoff. Listen, coaches want a bye. But if you're a fan, you don't want to buy. You don't want to be a top 4 seed. You want that opportunity to play at home.
I think Bruce brought up a good point yesterday when we were doing our Pradco picks, that Pyramid of Power picks. If you don't make the conference championship game, that's your bye. Then you go play.
That's fair.
I mean, so it's the same number of games.
Great point.
If you're looking at it from the perspective of being in the conference championship game versus not. So if you're in the conference championship game, you lose, and then you play the next weekend, there is no off week. So there's merit to it both ways. I think if you're a team that's gotten hot lately, you don't want to break the rhythm.
Okay.
So I think it depends on where you're coming from.
Okay. Games this weekend, Southeastern Conference-wise, as we wrap up our SEC update. Florida at Texas, Georgia at Ole Miss, South Carolina at Vanderbilt, Mississippi State at Tennessee, Alabama LSU, and Oklahoma and Missouri. Those are the games we have to look forward to this weekend with no Arkansas football.
All right, that's your SEC update brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas. If you're stressed out and ready for a break, unwind with the De-Stress for Less hot tub sale at Burton Pools and Spas. Melt away your stress in the world's best-selling hot tubs designed to rejuvenate your body and your mind and save up to $7,000 right now. Enjoy free local delivery, installation, and water testing, and treat yourself to pure relaxation with a hot tub from Burton Pools and Spas. At Burton's, they don't just sell hot tubs. They build long-term relationships. Find Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith, Greenland, and in Springdale, and online at burtonpools.com.
I do want to mention some NFL acquisitions that went down the last 24 hours. Mike Williams leaves New York to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Phil Elson's Pittsburgh Steelers, who have been good this year. The Commanders' Bruce Stan's squad have traded for Saints cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, and the Cowboys acquired Jonathan Mingo from the Panthers. Big C, why are they waiting on that? The season's over, right? Like, I don't understand
Jerry's just doing something.
Just to say he did something.
Just to make it look like he tried.
Just to say he did something.
It's not going to change anything.
Down the stretch in the situation. Again, maybe one of the biggest trade acquisitions was DeAndre Hopkins going to the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 touchdowns, I think, on Monday Night Football. We'll see how pivotal he is the rest of the season. But these trade things, I mean, Washington, they look like they're going for it, Tommy. They've got a young quarterback.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, that's what's good. They've got a young quarterback. They're I think 6-2 right now in the National Football League, leading the NFC East. I mean, this is a situation where I can't remember when's the last time.
Cowboys are down, Giants are down, the division's there for the taking.
Might as well.
Eagles aren't as good as they've been.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well, yeah.
Go for it all before you have to pay that quarterback, because Jaden Daniels is going to have to get paid. Did you think when you watched him last year? And he ripped Arkansas's heart out in the second half of that game. Did you think he was going to be this good this early?
No.
And they kind of babied him into it first. He wasn't throwing a ton, and then they've kind of unopened stuff a little bit.
Do you think it's a matter of
open it up?
The NFL are still adjusting to him, because Dak had a really good first year too.
Yeah,
and the more tape you get on him, the more they'll figure him out.
Mm-hmm. It becomes more difficult, especially when you get in playoff situations. But we're not there. We're about halfway through.
All right, if you haven't gotten the latest odds and lines on the games, you can do that at Oaklawn Sports. If you're a new customer, download that Oaklawn app, and you can get up to $1,000 in bonus bets with Oaklawn Sports. You get a second chance bet each of your first 10 days, up to $100 per day. You can you don't even have to sign up, check a box, fill out a form. It's just there for you when you sign up as a new customer with Oaklawn Sports. Debit and credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, Venmo, ACH, it's all easy with Oaklawn Sports. So bet with a brand you trust anywhere in Arkansas. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
So I have a really good question and a really big question stemming from last night. Have you decided to turn your heat on yet?
No.
No, we have not.
Okay.
Air conditioner still rolling.
You're still saying no,
in my
Big C?
car, in my truck occasionally.
Okay.
But no, I'd rather be colder in the house, and
the closest I've gotten, I've nudged the heat or the thermostat in the car to about 71, and I've turned the seat heaters on a time or two. That's about it.
I like the auto setting as a new homeowner. The auto setting on an air conditioning unit is the greatest invention to mankind.
Where it just keeps it there, right?
Yeah, where it just either go too hot or not too hot. You either stay cold or stay hot and adjust it, and you don't feel like you're overextending. My electric bill went down like to half what it was the month before. Now, I'm curious. I'll keep it probably like 68 degrees for most of winter. What do you guys keep in your house during winter?
Upstairs, upper 60s.
Okay.
Downstairs, 72.
For the are the kiddos upstairs?
Well, just the heat rises.
Okay.
You don't have to run it as hot upstairs.
I've got to buy those
basement can get cold year round.
Did your basement flood? Like mine didn't flood, but there's
mine's really not a basement. You walk out. I mean, you've been in my house, so it's not really what I'd call a basement. It's not below ground, other than like one back room.
Mine's got a water heater leak. It's not bad. There's just a towel. There's so many things I have to. Well, there's a leak, and I just throw a towel on it, and
that'll fix it.
Hopefully that's
do away tankless. Go tankless. Save you money too.
How do you do that?
You get a tankless water heater. Take the one you've got out, put a tankless water heater in.
What are we talking about money-wise?
No hill for a stepper.
It's bad when your significant other gets very cold easily.
Oh,
Probably a
yeah,
couple grand.
And I get hot easily.
couple grand. Oh.
But it'll save you money.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe down the road. There's-
And you'll never have a hot water tank.
I'll tell you one thing. I did that.
And you never run out of hot water either.
I did that weatherization thing.
Yeah.
And they did all the free insulation.
Yeah.
Shout out Leonard Thompson's Insulation, and it's gonna hopefully save me money down the road.
Well, not down the road. Hopefully,
Or
right now.
first thing, because I didn't
Year round.
I didn't know what insulation was.
Oh my God.
I
Big
did.
C.
I had no
Big
idea.
C. I mean, this is like going to. I
I didn't know what it was.
This is it's like going to Walmart at 3 a.m. I just feel better about myself all of a sudden.
Well, you should. You
Yeah.
get to do a show with me.
You don't know what insulation
I do
is.
now, but I didn't know what it was.
Were you born under a rock? Man, I got a lot of questions for Baylor Brad. I mean, a lot. And I bet he has some too, honestly, but didn't know what insulation was.
Well, now I do. I mean, there's things, again, when you do a show with someone that is 20 years older than you on a daily basis, you learn things. I'm not one of those.
But
again,
I'm not
I
trying
am
to explain the Pythagorean
clip
theorem
that.
here. I mean, we're talking about insulation. What do you think is in the walls of your home, in your
Well,
attic?
I thought it was like padding or something.
My dad never set me down and had the talk
I didn't know it's like not.
about foam versus, vinyl insulation. We just never had that
This
talk.
is like a
Son, here's the
it's like-
fiberglass
it's like
bottle.
cotton.
You roll it on.
It's
and
like
then,
cotton almost. Is cotton a good
well,
texture
yeah,
description?
go in there and jump in the middle of it. and see
No,
how you
that
feel.
would hurt. I feel like, wouldn't it?
It's fiberglass, essentially.
Okay.
Blown fiberglass.
Okay. Well, now I know.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Okay. Well, I will stay away from jumping in the insulation
Yeah,
part.
it's not big cotton.
And I'm gonna buy those. What goes on the hose outside of your house?
Hose bib.
Yeah,
or,
the
or
hose,
the
the,
bib
the
that
white
cover,
thingamajigs.
to cover it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's got a
Styrofoam.
yeah
deal.
styrofoam
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of thing. Got to buy those. I don't really
Yeah.
want to have to deal with busted
We're
pipes
not
or anything.
quite there yet, but it won't be long.
What's
Well, I-
Just go
asbestos?
get you some insulation and wrap around it. Duct tape. That'll look.
No, I don't think that'll work.
Asbestos. What is that?
Asbestos. That's the. That's when you have mold in your ceilings and stuff, and you get like some not like,
Sort of. You're on the right.
I hear where you're going, but not exactly.
but you get it like, or is it
Can't
infect you
breathe
so
it
much
in.
material.
You can't
Yeah.
breathe it.
Okay.
The material they used to build homes out of. It's been outlawed now.
Okay. Well, hopefully my
But your home could have some.
Well, it's an old home, so it
Yeah.
might it might have.
Well, we probably
asbestos.
need to send an inspector over there.
I know.
You may have to rip all
I'll
that
tell you
out.
what it doesn't have.
Bring it up to code. You
it-
need to bring everything up to code.
Listen, the day that the city director, the city director rings my doorbell or something, I'm just not going to go to the front door.
Hey, well, one place
pay
you can
enough taxes.
stay warm, and you don't have to worry about the insulation. They just bring you firewood to the front door. You got a fireplace there?
Yeah, but
Wood
the,
burning?
the second TV covers it up. That fireplace will not be utilized one time
That's
until
a shame. That's
get
a shame.
married.
Go to Gaston's and build a fire in their fireplace, man. That is awesome. They can just stack that wood upside your door. I love going there in the winter, man. I'd love to catch Gaston sometime when it's snowing and just get snowed in. Hey, sorry, Clint, can't leave for till the snow's out. Can't get out of here. Just sorry, honey, can't get home. I'm snowed in at Gaston's. Wouldn't that be something? But seriously, love the fireplace. Just sit back, relax. They got the fiber internet, so you can stream everything you want on TV. Stay in touch with work. I've done the radio show there many times. It is awesome. So head on over to Gaston's White River Resort. Make your reservation. Go to Gastons.com or call 870-431-5202. We love our time at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Get the best deals of of the year on select New Holland tractors and hay equipment right now at WT Equipment during New Holland's year-end value bonanza. Get the biggest savings with cash back plus 0% interest, $0 down, and zero due until 2025. Don't miss your chance to harvest our best deals on New Holland's best equipment during value bonanza now at WT Equipment. Offer ends December 31st or while supplies last. For commercial use only. Subject to credit approval and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Hey, this is former Razorback Jalen Williams, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
The long wait is almost over, Waldron. Wave Rural Connect will be opening the Waldron Zone for orders November the 18th. If you registered before the 18th, you still need to put in your product order when Waldron opens. Amazing fiber internet and phone, all from a local provider in Ozark, Arkansas, is coming to Waldron. Pre-register online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Fall is here, and that means cooler weather, football, and family, which makes it the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart, your family's #1 tire store. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is ready for anything fall brings your way. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bushfield. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bushfield. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Life.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2022. Anheuser-Busch, Busch, and Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ty Richardson, we're at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith. Lindsay, what's going on this month?
We have the new Kawasaki Ridge side-by-sides in stock. Most of them have a full cab with heat and air. They have a 1000cc inline 4-cylinder engine. We also have new Kawasaki Brute Force 450s and 750s in stock. And we are stocked up for dirt bikes and ATVs for the holiday season. Come by and see us or visit WheelerPowersports.com.
Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
At Arvest Bank, we believe in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to working with and supporting those who serve our communities. From the ones who are making a difference in big and small ways every day, to those who are helping create better tomorrows. We appreciate everything you do, and we're proud to work alongside you. Because every community deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
This is Ricky Young with Mr. Cabbage Head and the Screaming Radishes, vegetable-related rock for a healthier lifestyle. When we have any problem at all, we call 782-8940.
It's a great time to take advantage of York Factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
It's fall cleanup time at Gray Brothers Equipment. From the large M7 Series cab Kubotas to the L2502, the best-selling compact tractor in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Gray Brothers and Kubota will make your fall cleanup a breeze. With great pricing and interest rates as low as 0% for 84 months, they're making fall cleanup enjoyable again at Gray Brothers Equipment in Fort Smith and Poto, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon. Now through 12/31/2024, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The sign of a smart man is to understand that things change and to roll with those changes. And Ty, I applaud that you've done that.
Singleton's going to throw down the middle into the end zone. Complete to Haas. Touchdown, Arkansas. 23 yards. Has on the receiving end. That was a heck of a catch.
All your favorite podcasts in one place. The Hit That Line Podcast Network. Just search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts.
I feel like my leg falls asleep more in this show, and it's like a Charlie horse or like a searing pain that goes through it anytime I move, because I cross my legs every once in a while, and it does not.
Yeah, get up, move around.
Yeah, I do. Two things real quick. How much did you pay Clay to give me a compliment there? And then we see Malachi Singleton next weekend against Texas.
I am still making installments.
Okay, there we go.
I've got 6 more months.
All
He
right.
did make it interest-free, so I'm
that's
almost
nice.
done
That was
with
kind of him.
And do we see Malachi Singleton?
Next weekend against the Texas Longhorns.
No.
Big C?
I don't think you'll see him obviously unless something happens and Talon has to leave the game. But no, I don't think he'll start. Or, I mean, possibly if things start going south and they unravel. But no, I think Talon gives you your best chance to win.
Brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. If it's time to spruce up your existing home or even build a brand new one, you can trust the experts at Farm Credit to help guide you through and choose the financing option that's best for you. Visit myaglender.com or drop by any of Farm Credit's 25 locations today and get started on building more family memories with Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Hunter Henry for the touchdown. Madison a block. Oh, he's walked right there. That's a loose ball. Picked up Curl. There's a touchdown for the lead. Bates has delivered. Detroit is on top with 15 seconds left.
The Detroit Razorbacks just creamed my Green Bay Packers this weekend in
did.
Lambeau.
Wore 'em
My
out.
goodness. NFC North battle. That wasn't much of one.
I watched a lot of that game because it came on right after the Cowboys. That was the first time this year that the Lions had played outdoors.
Have they been in, so I guess, Ford Field and then.
I guess all the road games because they were talking about that first time they'd been in the elements this year.
Did y'all see that Lions fan with like the
Kinda
cheese?
hard. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
The cheese grater on his head instead of the cheese head.
I love it. NFL fans are, I will give them this. I don't want to go directly at fandom, but they are more creative with their costumes and outfits than college football fans. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
right.
I wouldn't say that they're better fans, but they are more creative with their
There's some character
ensemble.
fans
Yes,
there.
there are. Very much so. All right, Big C, what we got here on our Pro Hog update?
Well, the Lions won that game 24-14 at Lambeau Field. Jake Bates went 1 of 1 with a long of 27, and he went 3 for 3 on extra points. The Titans beat the Patriots 20-17 in overtime. Hunter Henry had 7 catches for 56 yards. Dietrich Wise had 2 solo tackles and assisted on 1 for the defense. Burks is still on injured reserve and did not play, and the Titans were able to get a win. I think they went to 2-6. So not a lot of good moments for either of those teams, really. The Rams won in overtime 26-20. Cam Curl had 3 solo tackles. The Eagles beat the Jaguars 28-23. Cam Little didn't attempt a field goal, but he was 1 of 1 on extra points. Jeremiah Ledbetter had 2 solo tackles, assisted on 3. The Cardinals beat the Bears 29-9. Yelda Froholt and the Cardinals O-line dominated. 6 different running backs rushing for 213 yards combined. James Conner had 107 of those yards. And moving on to the NBA, where we've got some good news to report from a guy out of Fort Smith, Isaiah Joe, versus the Magic on Monday night. Thunder won that game 102-86. He had 13 points, 3 3-pointers, 4 rebounds. Anthony Black didn't have such a great night. He had 3 points, 1 of 8 shooting from the field. The Bucks lost to the Cavaliers 116-114. Bobby Portis had a pretty good game, 21 points, 18 rebounds. And the Cavaliers beat the Hawks 123-93. Jordan Walsh, the Celtics beat the Hawks. Jordan Walsh had 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block.
I'm hoping he gets some playing time. Think about this. Two of the smaller market teams in the NBA, Cleveland Cavaliers, Oklahoma City Thunder, combined 15-0 to start the season. You don't have any guys up on the Cavs, but you got 2 guys here at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Isaiah's been awesome. Jalen's been a little banged up, hoping to get him back. But this is awesome. Let's see. Thunder play, I think it's the Nuggets tonight. I'm a terrible Thunder fan, to be honest. They play at 8 o'clock on Fox Sports, the affiliate there, the Valley, whatever it is. So that is the setup, but they've been hot. Isaiah, well-deserved contract in the offseason, and he has lived up to what he's getting paid so far. I'm happy for him.
All right, that's your Pro Hog Update. It's brought to you by the Hickey and Hull Law Partners. They're growing their firm throughout our state. They've got 4 locations now, one in Fort Smith, one in Rogers in Northwest Arkansas, Mena, and in Little Rock as well. So no matter where you're listening throughout ESPN Arkansas country, there is a location nearby to help you. Call 479-434-2414. They'll set up your consultation. They'll have one of their professionals off their staff that specialize in the area that you need help with, whether it's family law, criminal matter, civil matter, business contract, whatever your situation is, they can help you. 479-434-2414, or just go to kevinhickeylaw.com.
Do want to mention Devin Bale is up for the Burlsworth Trophy. Saw this. Congrats to him, the Arkansas punter, who's top 5 in the country in several statistical averages. We know that Grant Morgan won this trophy a couple years back, and they're going to announce the winner on December 9th, 7 o'clock at Crystal Bridges. I know this is a cool event for those that get to attend, but of all your players, I mean, Tommy, you talk about the most consistent guy, and you hate to say this, it was kind of like Cam Little last year. It's a special teams player.
But is that a good thing, though?
Well, it's good. It's good from the sense that, like, he flipped the field against Tennessee with a 60-something yard punt, but on the same token, it's like your best player is a special teams guy.
Yeah, and I wouldn't expect him to win, but it's good that he's included and good that he's mentioned there. But, yeah, it's not, to your point, Big C, not good that a special teams player
Pittman calls him Devin.
On a watch list.
Devin, give him all hell bail.
Give him hell bail.
Yeah, give him hell bail.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still a cool thing. Anytime there's an Arkansas connection that has a shot at winning the trophy, like Grant did a couple years ago, got to mention. So congrats to Devin at least being a part of this thus far.
Time to get the tackle box ready for some cold water bass fishing that's coming up. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will help you catch them. It's got that famous rolling action, whether it's fished extremely slow or right now with all the runoff worked in a heavy current. This rogue will suspend in the strike zone longer, helping you catch more fish. Find the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LearNet.com, and tackle stores everywhere. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Basketball game tonight. 6:30 begins our pregame coverage here on ESPN Arkansas. HitThatLine.com and our Hit That Line Now app, where you'll hear Chuck and Z courtside, and then we'll get going. Cal's first game tonight, 14-point favorite, I think is what you said earlier. Guys, how's it go tonight? What are we thinking? I'm thinking
Hogs win, Hogs cover.
I'm thinking they win, but they don't cover. I'm thinking it's around a 10-point victory, Big C.
10. That's what I was kind of thinking.
So you asked question yesterday, how many people are in attendance? What are we thinking?
I think 16.
16?
Yeah, it will not be full, but it will be, it'll be noticeably uncomfortable in the lower bowl. Won't be a lot of empty seats.
We'll get a chance to talk about tonight's game tomorrow with Dusty Hannis. He's going to join us bright and early at 9:05, right at the start of the show, and then we'll recap it as well with Tom Murphy, talk some football, and we're going to talk with Arkansas Game and Fish's Trey Reed as well.
All right, it's been a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. They are 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive. Call ahead and they'll have your order ready, 479-443-0000, Richards Country Meat Market.
Halftime's next. Phil Elson, Matt Jones coming your way.
Here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the fence man was my